Cool. So my name's Mac Frederick. I used to work for Google right out of college. I was in the search department. And today I'm going to be talking about Google and AI. You know, there's a lot of big AI companies. Google actually is the biggest, despite what other people say. I mean, they've been doing this for about 15 years and they're a leader. They're usually, well, let's just say they make most of their money off of advertising, so marketing. And it's just coincidental that I think they're one of the worst marketing companies in terms of their own products. So today we're going to talk about Google and AI. I'm going to talk about Google Ads, but also some SEO. Here's a picture of me at Google with my parents. I graduated Penn State in 2014 and worked for Google. So we'll talk about, you know, how Google works, the growth of AI, local SEO and AI, website SEO, Google Ads, just kind of a recapping questions. There's a lot to cover. I mean, there's so many topics and subjects when it comes to AI, and it's very much a buzz term, but it's here to stay. So went to Penn State, you know, played sports, graduated, got a job at Google, was very entrepreneurial, started my own side business at Google, was part of a startup, ended up being at Google for almost 2 years and then moved to Philly to start and really flourish with my own marketing agency, which is what I've been doing the past 9 years. I also own a couple other businesses. One's a few retail stores called Phone Repair Philly. Also own 2 med spas with partners. And pretty much everything I've been able to do has been off the backbone of Google. So ranking at the top, or running Google Ads, or like understanding data and analytics. I also have this sort of initiative where I give back to the local community with like free marketing videos. We'll come out and interview small business owners and hear their story and put it out to the world. I've given a lot of Google presentations in the past, so I usually have like quizzes, little Q&As. Does anybody know the original Google company name?
I know I read it, but he's not retaining.
It's not cracked or cracked or something like that.
No, it's Backrub.
Crack.
So, because it's kind of on the premise of websites referring to other websites, you know, rubbing somebody's back, kind of like a little referral there. So some ways that I've learned over the years, honestly, YouTube, which is one of Google's biggest properties, has been the biggest catalyst to my growth. You can learn almost anything on Google. There's also different course sites like Udemy, Lynda. You can almost learn anything online. Doesn't mean you can get a degree in it, but there's so much free education out there. So if I hire somebody, I'm like, well, if you don't know how to do it, let me Google that for you, or like, let me YouTube that for you. It's out there. Google works on the premise of Backrub. So that's how it started, but it evolved over time using the crawling algorithms, spiders, and bots, finding out what websites were popular, which ones had authority, and by having authority, it basically means more websites point to a specific website. So a small blogger site's not going to be as valuable as the Wall Street Journal. So the more valuable the sites, the higher the authority, the better the content, the higher they'll rank. Now Google's getting more into AI with Gemini and predictive AI and responsive AI and generative AI, which is based off of Gemini. So essentially they're just trying to give one answer, similar to a lot of AI platforms. They want to give you one answer, because with Google, you'll get to, you know, you'll search for something and you'll get 100 answers and you don't know which one's right, which one's best. So Google's trying to do better predictive analysis and give you one answer at the top. So if you search on your phone or on desktop tablet, you can probably see their generative AI one response, which usually pulls from the most authoritative subject or resource. Google's been doing AI for 15 years, kind of started tinkering around with Google Brain, then went to machine learning, DeepMind, now it's Gemini, which is across all devices, various platforms, various products. And now we're going into AlphaZero, which is heavy machine learning computed with Gemini. You know, if you've ever seen the machine play chess versus the best chess player in the world, that was kind of started by Google, and now it's expanded much further than that. How does Google work? Basically, like I've been saying, data analysis, machine learning, links to other sites, topical authority, high quality resource content, quantum computing to provide the best results. Now it's going more into generative AI search results, predictive results, and soon it's going to expand into a lot of other industries. engineering, science, aeronautical, so on and so forth. Google is ahead of the curve when it comes to a lot of people. They're just not always putting out what they're doing. SEO is search engine optimization, ranking at the top of Google. Many of you might have heard that term or know what it is. It's kind of split between what I consider local and national. A local cafe doesn't need to rank nationally. They need to rank locally, so that's local search engine optimization. And those come down to various factors like a Google business profile, which shows up on Google Maps with the reviews, which a lot of us look at. Different citations from Yelp or Apple Maps or Bing or Better Business Bureau. On-page SEO and off-page SEO. Off-page SEO is what I was referring to, the back rub, one site linking to another. Those are backlinks. And then content is important on other sites, social bookmarking, social references, but then the technical breakdown of a site is very important too. All of these things are now incorporating some form of AI. So we'll talk about that. And I'm trying to condense this down to 15 minutes, but it could go a lot longer. I mean, we could talk about SEO and AI for a while. SEO is one of the best forms of client acquisition, client retention, LTV, lifetime value of the customer, because it is seen as a referral from a trusted source, which is Google. The number one source of new business is referral and word of mouth, traditionally. Second is word of mouth from Google. So local SEO and AI, there's lots of videos on all these different topics. Premise and background is you want more customers at your local business, rank higher on Google with local search results. So, why and who focuses on local SEO? Small local business owners. Obviously, if you're a plumber, roofer, cafe, bike repair, whatever the case might be, a majority of my clients are small local businesses. A lot of marketing agencies work with small local businesses. They take up almost 99% of all businesses because there's so many of them. There's millions of small business owners. Google My Business is paramount to local SEO success. It is a free Google business profile that shows up on Google Maps. You can alter and manipulate it, add your information, get reviews, add photos. And there's now analytics and insights provided by the business profile, as well as Google Analytics, that'll give you suggestions for what to put in your profile or how to respond to reviews. This is AI driven. It has predictive review responses. It also has insights and analysis based on the data to tell you what you could do to alter your information or how you can promote your business. Some local SEO AI hacks. This would be schema markup, name, address, phone number on the website. You can just plug that information into a third-party AI tool and it'll spit out the code that you can put on your website. You can also build a website using AI. Now, if you've heard of like Wix and Squarespace, some of these bigger website platforms for small businesses, they try to make it more predictive where you input information and it'll output an essential web design. From there, you can manipulate it, customize it. There's also different content plugins and tools and software on this screen. Google My Business is kind of building in its own AI to make it easier. And one thing I want you to really take away here is Google wants to make it easier by using AI to help what they see as small business owners and most business owners, to make it easier to use their tools and to push them towards what? Advertising. Now, that's why Google's in business, and that's how they can fund all their other initiatives. Like, they're doing stuff in space, they're doing the quantum computing, they're doing, all these cool things based off of that ad revenue, which keeps them very profitable. So some of these tools, schema markup, I've got these links here, I can share the presentation. There's now quantitative, qualitative analysis in SEMrush and other analytical tools that'll tell you what keywords. Just tell them what your business is or put your website link in here. Here's some keywords you should be using in your blogs or your pages. Website creation, Wix, they're kind of spearheading that. Google has a free website builder tool, but they're phasing that out, which was one of the first AI website building tools. Kind of clunky though, and it was just one of their failing initiatives. ChatGPT and others, obviously we know for content. There's, a lot of these tools here, but like ChatGPT, ChatGPT-4, Jasper AI, like those are the big ones for written content. Then we have website SEO. So website SEO could be more national. So if you have a business that services the entire country or maybe the entire world, maybe you're a SaaS business, maybe you're an engineering business, you don't want to just target locally, you want to target the entire US, which makes it more difficult, but you have a wider grasp of potential search results and customers because you're not just in Philadelphia. The premise and background there is you want to rank for as many keywords related to your products and services across the country, even across the world, except for maybe China, because they don't have Google search as like their main leading search tool. Website SEO comes down to metadata tags, content, technical links. Different tools give you inputs and suggestions. Like I was saying, if you tell some of these tools what your business is, what you do, some keywords you want to rank for, they'll spit out suggestions for blog topics, service page topics, product descriptions. Metadata is the title and description of every single page. And so plugins like Yoast SEO will give you predictive sort of suggestions on what you should use because there's a character and a keyword limit. So it's good to have input from some of these tools. And all these combined allow you in a quicker, easier manner to optimize your website for Google, but also similar to other search engines, maybe Bing, so that you rank higher, get more traffic, get more customers, get more revenue, get more profits. And so some tools for website SEO. Google Analytics is incorporating more into analytics and reporting, Tableau, Looker Studio, website content and blogging. So this is more the written contextual part of websites. Google reads these with their bots and spiders, they call it, where they ping these out across the internet. You can reinforce that process and track that process using Google Search Console, another free tool. And with that, it'll give you suggestions on things that you could do for new pages to create or technical things that are broken, like maybe you have slow page speed or certain pages are broken. It can tell you why they're broken and how to fix them. Images and photos, I'm sure you've seen photos that are, deep fakes or AI driven. They don't rank super well yet in terms of being indexed by Google, but there's a lot of tools that'll at least help you create that content. And it's getting difficult to realize what's real and what's not. But that would be like Adobe, Canva, DALL-E. And then there's plugins or one-page tools if you have a WordPress site, for example, which is probably the biggest, most common site builder. Plugins are things that you one-click install, and they help you produce and optimize a website for more customers, more traffic. Some of those could be hosting and page speed related. Page builder, so a couple clicks of a button puts a design right on your page, and then you use some other tools to drag and drop different content that can be pre-generated by a ChatGPT or an inline tool plugin. And then Yoast is what's used for more of the technical on-page SEO, which is read by Google to index your site. This is all confusing, I'm sure. Last and not least, we'll talk about Google Ads. So as you can see, we're just scratching the surface here with a lot of these topics. We could go in much more depth, but Google Ads, that's where they're getting 90% of the revenue. Google's a massive, massive company. I think they're a monopoly, but they're dominating 80% of search market share, and they've got YouTube, which is the second biggest search engine. Both of these platforms generating billions of dollars. So the premise in the background is, let's control the narrative, let's control the search market share, and let's control what people see and how we can monopolize that and cannibalize that and financially gain from that. Having worked at Google, they're really pushing their agenda. One of our roles there was as a consultant was to get people to spend more money by trying new things. And a lot of these tools weren't fully tested and really appreciated by the experts who didn't work for Google. So for example, they'll launch a new Google Ads product, which is supposed to make things easier and allow you to curate the ad quicker using contextual information such as, hey, what's your website? Boom. What's your business name? Boom. What do you do? Boom. So it'll take those things and essentially create ad copy, ad images, calls to action, buttons, show you how to use AI to format that in multi-variation, which is responsive ads. They now have ad tools that you drop in an image, you can make it do like in 3D, you can put a background on it, can manipulate it so that Google can take that and put it across a variation of websites or YouTube ads and so on and so forth. The main takeaway there is Google wants to make it as easy as possible for a mom and pop or a large corporation to advertise a lot, and to do it quickly. Because if any of you have messed around with Google Ads before, traditionally it is not that straightforward. And so they want to make it with a couple clicks of a button, you can get an ad out there. Okay, great, what's your credit card? Boom, what's your budget? $100 a day, great, let's get it going. So they want to make it as easy as possible for people to create ads, run them, and for them to get paid. Some of those algorithm and AI-based systems could be automated bidding, automated quality scores. It'll say, hey, this ad is good or this ad's not, based on its AI reviewing the ad to make sure you have the keywords and call to action. Different tools and softwares. Really quickly, competing with organic in the future of ads. The reason I say the competition side, along with like they're making it easier, is because TikTok with the Gen Z and like the younger generations is becoming a huge search engine, which I find surprising. I don't know about you guys, like I don't go to TikTok to search for anything, but I definitely go to Google, I definitely go to YouTube, but younger kids like 8, 14 years old, they're going to TikTok to search for something. 14 to 24, they're going to Instagram to search for something. And Google doesn't own those properties, obviously. So Google wants to make it easy by using the generative AI responses. Oh, what's the one thing? Or YouTube, what's the one answer? And now if you have like Google Chrome installed on your phone, it's gonna have predictive content for you to review based on what your search history is. It's kind of like if your own feed customized to you from Google. And they've obviously monetized that too. Different tools for Google Ads. And these are some of the things I just covered. A lot of campaigns focused on AI. They've got new campaigns like responsive, shopping, programmatic ads. It's easier, faster, but there's less control. And what uses AI, you can use AI for the ads, like the visuals. You can use it for the copy. You type it in here, it'll spit out different images. You put in your website, it'll pull images from your website. You put in your website, it'll pull different headlines and descriptions. So it's just trying to make it so easy for you to create an ad in what they think is a better ad than what you would have done by yourself, which for some people might be true, but this is quicker. In their new platforms or their new ad campaigns, like Performance Max or Dynamic, it basically takes all these assets to put your ad everywhere possible, not just in the search results. So on other websites, on YouTube, on their third-party search engine, so on and so forth. I've got some cool videos in here if anybody wants to see this later. You can also tell Google to optimize for conversion. So if your goal is I want a phone call or I want a form submission on my website, Google's like, okay, let us do some testing, find out what works best. And if you spend this amount of money with you, we'll get you more of that. So you've got to be really set in stone because not all form submissions are good or leads. Not all phone calls are good or leads. So it's a tricky thing. Some tools for Google Ads, Google Keyword Planner, SEMrush, SpyFu, some things for copy, some things for analytics, landing page tools like Unbounce, optimization tools, Optimizer, Optio, WordStream, also click fraud tools. There's a lot of big companies out there using ClickBots to waste each other's ad spend. So there's ClickBot, AI tools. Of those, like what types of companies do that?
Yeah, and then like who actually do it harmfully?
Think insurance, think healthcare.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any benefits that could be actually
Do a Google search. Actually, do a Bing search. Yes.
Back, you're talking about obviously advertising in Google. So I'm thinking as an advertiser, hopefully of several brands. So I'm an agency kind of person. When I think of Google advertising, I think of then I'm going to get higher in ideally organic search, but also for sponsored links. I think in terms of maybe I'll get on the search page of possibly some side display, and it's changed over the years. And then don't know if this is true. My clients then would tend to think, oh, and then that'll get me showing up locally when Johnny is reading CNN, but he's sitting next to me, or is looking at the New York Times. It'll show my local ad. Then you go to YouTube, which I honestly been thinking about the Google connection. That feels like it's going to be created content that's either going to pre-roll or interrupt the content based on them trying to target a pre-made. How is the ad world, am I kind of saying that clearly? And if I were trying to build a plan for Google and YouTube, are we talking about creating content ourselves? Can Google / YouTube help create content? That's a lot of things that come through it.
Well, their new generative AI ad creation allows you to input to get an output. So the input is your business information or any assets you have, like photos and videos, and then the output will be, we've created these ads, and they'll go on all those platforms. One search, one display, third-party sites, YouTube, etc. Now, those are better for like branding and awareness campaigns. It's not better for like plumber near me. I've got a sink that needs fixed immediately.
Oh, I need to find it. I'm new to town.
But like Google doesn't tell people that. So if I'm a new advertiser and I'm a plumber, Google's pushing certain types of campaigns because they know they'll make more money and it's going to be easier, but it might leave a bad taste in my mouth. But those are the things they're pushing because they know they'll get a quick dollar out of it. Yeah, and some of the things you're probably alluding to were like how do they know who they're targeting on those other tools if it's not a search-based query. It's based on like audience signals and their big data. So they kind of know if they have your browsing history, if you're cookied, if you're being tracked, what type of content you like. And if you've done a search for a plumber, of course you could get an ad for a plumber. It might not be the same one, but it could be someone who advertises locally and is a plumber and is on YouTube advertising.
Could Google help Johnny's Plumbing create video content to run on YouTube? Like in the past, Johnny would have to figure out how to shoot a video, send it off to YouTube. They would slot it in and run it, so to speak, get that. Can Johnny Pop be like, I don't know the camera, but I would love a video that does a pre-roll?
Yes and no. You can create video, but it's not there yet where it needs to be. There's other third-party AI tools that can create video.
So I can look for somebody to create video for
or like the animated videos that you can do. Like a lot of that's prevalent right now. Everything in the media business is getting, I wouldn't say, it's getting more competitive, but it's also like economies of scale. So prices are coming down because things are getting easier and AI is helping with that. So basically just things to think about, and then future of Google, where are they going? Really wherever they want to go. They've got a ton of money. They've got a ton of product, and they are scared though. The TikToks and Instagrams of the world, or TikToks and Facebook Metas of the world. So they play copycat a lot, even though they're on the forefront of other things. A lot of generative AI examples or results as you see recently. Predictability, personalization, customization. Still always going to find a way for them to prioritize ads. They're even building ads into the generative AI results. So if you're searching for like, something about like facial skincare, what's the best way to do my skincare at night, and you click into the generative AI result, which is one answer, and you open that up and expand it, then you'll get a shopping ad, which is a visual product with a price of, I'm not good with skincare products, but you get the idea.